Welcome, kind listeners, to Under the Banyan Tree.
The live show where ancient epics meet modern minds.
I am Leo, a yogini from the West,
And I am Mayank, a rationalist from the East.
and together we journey through the Mahabharata from the retelling of Ramesh Menon, epic of war, faith, and everything in between.
Everything in between.
And today we are reading chapter 36, Drona's Revenge, and 37, The Father and His Son, with the sankalpa of reading it from the point of view of greed. And with this in mind, Mayank, would you like to share your understanding of greediness?
My greed is very simple. It's the same greed which Gollum had for the ring. No, I think it was obsession. So, the definition for my greed is never ending, insatiable urge to collect something.
It goes quite in line with mine. I just want to have a side note that we want to find the 7 deadly sins. So we are looking at greed as avarice. So it is defined as originally avaritia, and avarice etymologically it's actually greed etymologically it's a word of the 17th century that comes from greedily, and originally it has a relation with being voracious, to be hungry, covetous, and it's a Proto-Germanic word. It has two roots: the Proto-Germanic graedus, hunger or desire, and the Proto-Indo-European gher, Gher, to like, to want, to desire. And this made me think about the likes and dislikes that we need to let go, and the attachments that we are all driven, the attachment of everything that it's material. But my definition of greed goes quite in line with yours. It is an insatiable desire to acquire and hoard more things, more wealth, more power. And if I look at it from a spiritual point of view, it's an attachment born from the illusion of that the outer accumulation can feel an inner emptiness.
That was a very heavy but very nice definition. And yes, I was greedy for some views and kind listeners to join us, and therefore if you saw me distracted on the phone, I was just sharing this live link over my WhatsApp. I think with that note,
Before we move on, I would like to make the difference between greed and envy, and you might see this in the next episode or not, but I think they are very close to each other. And from your point of view, what's the difference between greediness and envy?
well, for me they are very different. For envy to exist, I believe you need another party. There should be someone else with whom you are envious. But for greed to exist, you don't need anyone else. You can be greedy on your own.
Yeah.
So one I feel is an absolute property, like greediness, and one is a relative property.
Yeah.
That's what I feel about greed and envy.
Yeah, the enviness, it sprouts always from comparison, and makes the envy person to feel sad, to feel unsatisfied, that it lacks something, while greediness, it's focused on the object, not on the person that have the object. But I wanted, at least for me, when I was going to read the chapter, I had to clarify this two things to separate clearly the waters. And you will see that we will find a little bit or a lot of envy in these two chapters. And I needed to separate the waters clearly.
Makes sense.
Okay, so you are ready for Shravan?
Yes, I
So
am.
Mayank today will do the Shravan. He will try to be short and succinct.
Yeah. So, chapter 36, Drona's Revenge. After the education of Guru Princess, which also involves Pandavas, was finished, Drona asks them to pay Guru Dakshina, and in his Guru Dakshina, he wants revenge from Drupad, who was his childhood friend but humiliated him. The Kaurav princes, they get the first chance. They attack on Drupad. Drupad successfully retaliated the attack. Kaurav princes, they had to come back and retreat. The next turn was Pandavas. They decide that only four of them will go and Yudhishthir will stay back because Yudhishthir is supposed to be a future king. And this time against Arjun, Drupad and his army, and against Bhim, they couldn't sustain. Drupad was captured, brought to Drona. Drona said, "You didn't do justice to me, but I will do justice with you, and I will make you my equal. I give you back half of your kingdom, and I will keep half with me. Now we are equal, and we can stay friends." Drupad felt quite humiliated and decided that he will go and do a yagna for a son who can kill Drona eventually. And in his mind, he also thought if he can have a daughter who can marry Arjun, that would be nice. After that, chapter 37, a father and his son. Yudhishthir has been made crown prince. Uh, After being 1 year as Yuvraj, he has won over the people. People want him as a king. While Drona had a bad dream, and in front of Pandavas and Kauravas, he took promise from Arjun that if Arjun had to face Drona in a battle someday, Arjun will fight him. Drona also told Arjun that he is not the best archer in the world. The best archer in the world is his cousin Krishna. And this time Arjun was not jealous, but he felt ecstatic hearing Krishna's name. Krishna's elder brother Balram is visiting Hastinapur, and he is now a guru for mace warriorship for Bhim and Duryodhan. And among the two of them, his more favorite one is Duryodhan. Pandavas, they went out on a Vijay Yatra, kind of a victory tour, and expanded Hastinapur's borders to the end of the world. And people are more keen for Yudhishthir to become king. These rumors, these talks, they reach Duryodhan through his spies, and he gave all these details to Dhritarashtra and then emotionally blackmails him that I will self-delete myself if you don't make me king. And Dhritarashtra tried to reason with him, even though deep within his heart, this is his desire as well, that Duryodhan should be the king. And due to Duryodhan's stubbornness and advice of his wicked minister Kanika, he decides to send Pandavas to Varanasi for 1 year for rest and rejuvenation, so that Duryodhan can try to win people over in this 1 year, and the people, they forget Pandavas. Small note, Kanika also made a suggestion to delete Pandavas, kill Pandavas, and Dhritarashtra neither agreed nor opposed this suggestion. Yeah, that's my summary.
Thank you. Well, I don't know if neither agreed, not opposed, but okay, I go with it.
Mhm.
I think
There was no response from him. He just said Kanika to go away and kept on thinking.
no, but he had the internal resolve that, oh yeah, let I will let Duryodhan do whatever he
Yeah.
wants, and I don't know. It's that I'm not guilty because I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
But I'm approving it.
Yeah.
So I don't feel that was such blunt or naive or keeping at distance.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, this will fulfill what I want, that it's Duryodhan being the king.
Mm-hmm.
I will play my hypocrite role of showing up as loving to them, and I just say yes, and it's hypocrite.
Mm-hmm. And that's what Kanika taught him. That kings are supposed to be hypocrites sometimes.
Yeah, and there's a we will go there.
Yeah.
Okay, so what came more to your eyes? What shows greed in the text for you?
So can we agree that, or at least I couldn't find greed in the first chapter in Drona's revenge. Could
So
you find it
in the
anywhere?
first chapter, and I don't know if we can call it greed,
Mm-hmm.
but at least I felt that there was some correlation with it, but I might be wrong. That is him. His complete obsession with keep killing the enemy.
Yeah.
So in the text it's stated, him had leaped down from his chariot, gripped by bloodlust. He was slaughtering Drupada's soldiers like helpless children. And after Arjun called him back,
I like the uh, simile or metaphor. Like helpless children. You kill helpless children.
and after Arjun called him and said, look, Drupada is not a Kuru enemy. And reluctantly, Bhim lowered his bloody mace and, dissatisfied, though, he left 100 corpses behind him. I don't know if this is simply greed, but there's excessive pleasure for the sake of showing his power. I don't know.
I actually thought about it because that was the only instance where I felt I can relate it with greed. And then I thought about another deadly sin, which was wrath. And I associated more it with wrath, and therefore I gave up on this idea that it's greed.
Yeah. But wrath in which sense?
Like it's in that sense that if you are going in a war, uh, you cannot kill unless until you are totally blindsided by anger or wrath. So I felt he went into that wrath mode where you can't reason anymore, and then you are going out and killing. And therefore I related it more with wrath than
Yeah.
greed, and I was like, okay, probably I'm pushing it
Yeah.
if I'm trying to find greed in it.
Yeah. And I think I agree with you,
Mm-hmm.
because probably it is wrath, not greed, being greedy. Yeah. So yep, we can move on, I think.
Yeah, but I think in the first chapter there were no instance of finding greed unless we try to push things or make meanings out of things, which I don't believe
I
were
just,
there.
in relation to the first chapter, I just have one question. That is, can a Brahman have possessions?
Well,
Because it is said that Drona would rule the north side, I think.
so ideally they shouldn't have. Ideally they shouldn't have possessions. And at least through TV series, what we see is that Drona makes his son
Okay, Ashwatthama.
Ashwathama the king, which I believe makes more sense.
Yeah.
Like for him, you may not want pleasures for yourself,
Mm-hmm.
but your paternal or maternal love can make you do these things.
Mm-hmm.
So, sorry, paternal, not fraternal. Fraternal is, I think, brotherly, no? Brotherly love, I guess. Okay, correct me in the
Father.
comment section.
Wait. I'm not done yet.
Mhm.
So, and I need your help to unpack this. It seems that Drona wanted to teach a lesson
Mhm.
to Drupada. But I still don't understand completely the lesson.
No, I don't think he wanted any, he didn't want any lesson.
No?
No, it was just sheer revenge for his humiliation.
Okay.
It's like, when your closest friend or when your friend betrays you,
Mm-hmm.
that's more hurtful than, say, some stranger doing something bad to you.
Okay.
So I think it was just that.
Okay.
However, I have a question.
Okay.
So it's not from this text, but it's related, and that's
Mm-hmm.
why I made a note. Was Drupad not helping Drona? Was pure arrogance of wealth and his stature,
Mm-hmm.
or it was also greed? And how I thought about greed in this situation was, for example, the billionaires, rich billionaires, they don't pay their due taxes.
Yeah.
Okay, it's not because,
They don't have money, for
yeah,
sure they do have.
they do have it, but I think somewhere, to be a billionaire and to have these many resources, there should be something wrong here. If you want to accumulate this much, which is not enough that you can spend in one lifetime or many lifetimes, there has to be something going on here in your brain chemically.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Because one thing it's greed, another thing it's ambition.
yeah.
Yeah.
And the thing is, there. I think for ambition there should be a limit. Like somewhere you should feel that, okay, now I have achieved whatever I wanted to. It's more than enough.
Then you start practicing yoga.
Yeah. But
I'm just teasing.
there should be a limit. Like, for example, even I'm not saying that I don't want to make money or I
Mm-hmm.
don't want to accumulate wealth, but in my head there is a number where I'm like, now, even if that number doubles or triples or becomes 100 times, it doesn't matter to me, because if I reach that number, then
Have
it
you
hardly
have
matters.
have you ever thought about a number before, like 5 or 10 years ago?
Yeah, like, say, when I started studying about finances, then yes.
And it was the same number or a lower number?
It was a lower number in India. I would say that it was a lower number in India. Uh, Probably my reading and understanding also got bit more refined. Uh, I am getting little bit more conservative as well
Mm-hmm.
in my estimates. And with moving to Europe, I also feel that most probably I am adding 5-10 years more to my life.
True. I'm asking this because the tendency is to increase that number.
No, that's totally, I agree to that. But I also believe that still it's a number and there's an end to it. I genuinely don't think that Elon Musk has a number. Like if you ask him that, oh, is $1 trillion is enough? He would be like, no, what's wrong in accumulating two? What's wrong in accumulating 10, 50, 100?
Okay. Okay.
So I genuinely feel that Drupad not helping.
Not helping Drona, it can have a greediness behind it.
Yeah,
Yeah, it can be.
like I for sure the primary motivation was sheer arrogance. Like, how can you call myself equal to you? I like,
Mm-hmm.
like I don't even, I'm not even getting that word where like you discriminate with someone
Mm-hmm.
just because they tried to make an equality with you or
Mm-hmm.
something. So I think that was one for sure. That was primary reason. But I also feel that subconsciously somewhere, uh,
But he did say that as a Brahman,
mhm,
if you are a Brahman, I can give you something, but I don't give you anything as a friend.
yeah,
So, and I truly believe that this is quite hurtful
mhm,
to Drona. But he did say that, okay, I give you whatever you want, looking at you as a Brahman, but I don't give you anything as a friend because friendship only can be between equals.
mhm,
And in my subconscious mind, there's the underlying wave of Drona knowing that all of this is just a illusion, and for him we are all equal, we are all the same, but he wanted to be equal in Drupad's terms.
mhm.
So I don't know, or it's just my wishful thought.
I genuinely think that that can be a motivation. Like, at least what we read in the text, it
Mm-hmm.
doesn't feel that Drona had any malicious intent towards Drupad.
Yeah, and
He just
he's
wanted him,
childlike almost.
yeah, he just wanted him to accept
His friendship.
him like a friend. So that for sure we see it there. But I also feel that he was simply blindsided by this feeling because of that whole humiliation.
Yeah.
He was revengeful or whatever.
Yeah, they never the Kurus never saw him as excited as he was marching into the war. Oh, and with that, I have another question. That is, do you think that because Bhishma,
Mm-hmm.
Vidur, and
Dhritarashtra.
Dhritarashtra, they supported this charge
Mm-hmm.
invading the kingdom of Drupad,
Mm-hmm.
and they provided an army for it. What's the motivation behind it?
I couldn't see anything. I'll be honest. I get it if Dhritarashtra supports it because it's just what Duryodhan wants.
Yeah, but
Okay.
I don't get why
Why
Vidur.
Vidur or Bhishma will say yes to it.
Yeah,
So I would just say, like, the author didn't need to put that line. If he would have said that Dhritarashtra supported it, he's the king. He made the decision. That's it.
and yeah, I don't. I didn't understand. I tried to find greediness behind it, but it's very hard for me to see Vidur motivated because he is the word of Dharma in the
Yeah.
old generation.
Yeah.
So yeah, I couldn't
Also,
get it.
also, if I remember
Or
clearly from, yeah,
Sita sat on their tank.
no, 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 it's not Sita, Saraswati.
Sarasvati sat
Oh
on
my
their
god.
tank.
Yeah. No, that's not. No, no, no participation from Saraswati in Mahabharat.
No?
No.
Oh,
Mahabharat is more about,
worldly.
yeah, it's more worldly. It's more taking your own responsibilities.
Okay.
Also, if I remember it clearly from the series, Probably there is some mention of Drona that when Kauravas they took army with them,
Hmm.
he was like, I asked Guru Dakshina from you,
Okay,
not
not
from
from.
Hastinapur or from your father.
Yeah,
Maybe there's a mention, maybe I'm making it up, but that's also something which I felt that Pandavas they went on their own
yeah,
and Kauravas were like, oh, we have, like,
yeah,
even one of them was like, we have all the wealth in our disposal. But like, that's not your wealth, that's the wealth of the kingdom. And in Dakshina, you are supposed to give what it belongs to you.
yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay, so moving on to the second chapter.
Mm-hmm.
So the father and his son. Um, greediness.
Yeah. Yeah. It's tough actually, in all honesty, because now you brought envy in. And I think what Duryodhan wanted was he wanted Hastinapur for himself. He just doesn't want to share it with Pandavas.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't perceive him greedy in the sense that, oh, he wants Hastinapur and then more kingdoms and
And
everything in this world.
I now I can't recollect if it's first or second chapter. I think it's in the second chapter. Arjun and him going out to conquer
Hmm.
more territory,
Mhm.
and they slaughtered kings and
Hmm.
warriors and kshatriya,
It was
and
in
they
second
kept
chapter.
going south even. I don't know, but at least a pinch of greediness needs to be there. And I understand that, they are kshatriya, it's their dharma to expand their territory. But associated with that, there's the need of proving himself,
Mhm.
especially Arjun, although the shadow of Karn is fading away. I just felt was conquering for the sake of conquering.
Mhm.
And maybe I'm pushing it.
No, I think it makes sense. It's again like those billionaires, like being
Yeah,
a kshatriya. You are
it's never
always,
enough.
yeah, and you are always greedy for more territory. Say if you will end up winning Earth, then you would like to conquer the heavens,
Yeah,
like
like
Ravan.
Ravan.
Yeah, so it's like, and Ravan was not a kshatriya; he was a demon. But the thing is, I think again there should be something here,
Yeah.
so that you are never satisfied.
So yeah, on that instance, I felt at least some seasoning
Hmm,
of greed.
makes sense.
And in the arguments of Duryodhan, I feel a certain greediness for lineage.
Hmm.
It's not simply about the territory,
Mm-hmm.
but making sure that it's Dhritarashtra or his lineage that continues ruling.
Hmm.
I don't
But
know. Again, I might be pushing it.
but what about this aspect that for him it's like if his lineage doesn't get it, he
He,
feels like a slave. And he's like, I will be a slave, and my next generations will be a slave.
but I think that's simply because he judged the Pandavas from himself.
Mm-hmm.
So, because he's incapable of treating the Pandavas as equal, he assumes that the Pandavas are incapable of treating him as equal.
Mm-hmm.
It's his own blindness.
Yeah, and in certain ways, it can be greed because it's like what the series Drona does for his son. Like, it's a greed in the sense that you want to do best for your children.
Mm-hmm.
You want to make their lives as easy as possible, which is, in a sense, kind of a selfish pursuit.
It is.
And I don't think any parent would say that, oh, this much is enough. Like, if you are a good parent, most probably you would be like, yeah, I would like to do more for my kids, and I would like to.
Yeah, but I think if you are a good parent, at some stage you say, this is enough.
Yeah, but like, I mean, good parent in the sense that you are favorable to your kids. Like Dhritarashtra was favorable to Duryodhan. Whatever he was.
Yeah, but that's the thing.
Mm-hmm,
From my point of view,
mm-hmm,
to be a good parent
mm-hmm.
doesn't mean to favor.
Sorry, I injured myself, and therefore I'm going on a vampire mode.
I don't think it means to favor your offspring.
Yeah, like I'm not saying favor in terms of
And it doesn't
character.
no, and it doesn't mean making your son or daughter life always easy.
That I understand all those aspects. I'm saying it in this way that there's a kid who just likes to eat like a pig, and a parent is like,
Bima.
yeah, no, Bhima was much better. Uh, yeah, like who just likes to eat junk and everything. Bhima ate healthy, and a parent is like, oh yeah, so look, like Dudley's parents.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't do him favor, but they favored him always
Yeah.
over others.
Yeah.
So, um, those kinds of parents, like for example, Dursleys, I feel they can be totally greedy about getting things for Dudley,
Ah, absolutely. Yeah.
and for them, nothing would be enough.
Mm-hmm.
So, I feel something similar Duryodhan had and Dhritarashtra had.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think that's actually it was quite a deep hidden greed which you found, because I couldn't think of, while reading, I couldn't think of it as greed. The only thing which I was pursuing as greed was Duryodhan's stubbornness for the kingdom.
Yeah.
But once you brought envy in, I was like, this is more envy than greed.
Well, the text, I don't know how many times the text have envy written. We have a sentence that, oh, I closed my book, that I underlined because it 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 struck my naiveness.
Mm-hmm.
Um, that is, but envy and not love is the most powerful force in any kingdom. And I think I would replace envy by greediness,
Mm-hmm.
because envy is wanting what someone else have. And in the kingdom, it's more than that. It's expansion for the sake of expansion.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I want your thoughts on this.
Can you read the whole line so that I have context?
Okay. So far, Dhritarashtra had done his best to be a father to his brother's son. But envy and not love is the most powerful force in any kingdom. Now that the Pandavas were no longer children and their deeds so overshadowed those of his own sons, envy began to consume Dhritarashtra.
Okay.
It began to rule the blind king.
Well, I think in the context, envy makes sense
Yeah.
in that line. But if we just take
The
this
context.
individual line
Yeah.
which you said, then I think greed for sure is a good replacement, because a successful kingdom, uh, and from history also, we only remember people like Alexander and
Yeah, history it's wrote by the ones that win.
Yeah. And say if Alexander was like, yeah, okay, I'm good within the boundaries of Greece, and he would not have ventured out, he would like, he's kind of an immortal figure.
But I think in those regards,
Mm-hmm.
there's different motivations to get out and explore. And you can cross me, okay, but the feeling that I have and what I was taught in school about the Portuguese discoveries was just they couldn't go through Spain. So they just wanted to explore. They wanted
No,
to discover.
I'm not denying that, say, people like Vasco da Gama,
Mm-hmm.
they were explorers.
Yep.
Maybe. Okay, we don't know him. But think of this, it's such a difficult time. You don't have great equipment and still you are courageous enough to venture the sea. That person can be explorer. Now that person needs funding. And
Yeah.
they cannot simply go that, oh, I want to explore, so please fund me.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they will
True.
be like, oh, I'll be propagating religion, I'll be bringing you spices and
And
gold and slaves. And so
yeah.
you have to offer the correct motivation to the people.
Yeah.
So,
Not or to the kingdom.
yeah, in Alexander's case, I don't think he was an explorer.
No.
I think all he wanted was more territory and probably eternal fame for himself. We never know.
Yeah.
Like, Karn,
Yeah.
I feel, is greedy for
Yes.
fame,
For fame. Yeah.
for recognition. Um, so yeah, I think I never felt that Duryodhan is greedy for fame,
No.
but he was just so envious with Pandavas that he couldn't see them getting anything over him. Also, as I think he mentioned somewhere, that from childhood you have kind
I
of,
was thinking about the same. You raised me to be a king.
yeah, like they brought him up with this idea all the time, and suddenly you tell a kid, Thailand. It's classic Thailand case that no, you are not going to get it. Someone else is more deserving. So
And it seems that Yudhishthir was deserving
yeah, there is no doubt about it.
from what it's in the text.
Yeah.
What I find remarkable is that in this second chapter, so the father and his son, you have all the pieces of the game laid out and which side they would take.
Mm-hmm.
And it's quite early in the text, and we have the dream from Drona. That's missing the word.
Mm.
He had, it's not a vision, it's a prediction.
Yeah. It's a prophecy kind of.
Prophecy. Yeah. So, and he truly understood that dream and made Arjun make that vow, make that promise.
Mm-hmm.
And he laid out, like he created an environment where he explains why I need an extra vow of you, because you got more than any other, and you need to promise before I even tell you what it is.
Mm-hmm.
And I found this remarkable, that he allows his balanced version to make a decision in the future. It's like, I make this choice now because in the future I don't know if I'll be in my right mind. So I act now. I don't wait to see if my prophecy is correct or not. And I find that very wise.
Yeah, like they say that if you want to do something good, do it right now.
Mm-hmm.
And if you want to do something bad, sleep over it.
Yeah.
So I think he did the right thing there because he knew that it can be the case that Arjun,
Would
being
not.
so attached with him, would not agree to fight against him.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a good observation.
Thank you.
Welcome.
What else?
In all honesty, I think these were the things.
For the first time in history, we are doing an episode with less than 1 hour.
We have done it in the beginning as well.
Yeah, but
But yeah.
with a lot of control.
But yeah, and I'm looking forward for the entry of Krishna and Balram. I liked it.
Mentioning that, why do you think Balaram likes more Duryodhan than Bhishma? Than Bhima?
I think one reason was, that's my perception. I can be totally wrong. Probably I took it from the series, that Duryodhan was an elegant mace warrior
Oh.
and Bhim was raw power.
Okay.
So it's like when I watch cricket,
Yeah.
there are some players who are raw power, and then there are some players, like there's a player called Rohit Sharma. He's famous for his lazy elegance.
Okay.
Like when he plays, it looks like as if a hot knife is going through butter. Everything is so smooth.
Okay.
So I feel Duryodhan was pleasant to eyes when he used to
Like
fight
to fight.
fight
Yeah.
with the mace, and that impressed him. And also in the text, Duryodhan was, you at least I in one of the lines which I read, it didn't feel that Duryodhan was kind of, clever, cunning towards Balram. He
Yeah.
had devotion towards him.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
But he had devotion because he was elected.
yeah,
So it's a exchange. It's not natural. It's not I become devoted to you just because I'm devoted to you. I'm devoted to you because you are giving me something.
well, in all honesty, I appreciate that more.
Yeah?
Yeah, because it's not blind devotion.
Okay. Okay.
Like you prove something and then you get devotion.
No, but in
That's-
this case is I like you because you like me.
yeah, but that's the case. Like I feel like why one
Would
should have.
my question is, would Duryodhan like first Balram for his qualities as a as a teacher,
I think so.
regardless? So his level of commitment and devotion to Balram would be the same if Balram didn't proclaim his favoritism towards him.
I I s- I think that Duryodhan is smart enough to recognize that Balram is a great mace warrior and he has something to gain.
Okay.
And when he has something to gain, he makes efforts.
Okay.
So none of his pursuit is like selfless.
Mm-hmm.
That's something which we know about him.
Mm-hmm.
But he's also smart enough to recognize talent, and he's smart enough to. He's a proper Slytherin in that sense.
Yeah.
That if he wants to get things done,
He get things done.
he gets things done.
I don't know, somewhere in my head I was trying to justify because Balram is the snake.
Mm-hmm. He's the Sheshnag. Yeah.
Yeah. And I was trying to, but Shishnag in that case would be more impulsive like Bim and more raw like Bim.
Mm-hmm.
So ignore my attempt.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, I think we are done for today.
Naman?
Naman, please go ahead. I'm
You go
still
ahead
searching
first.
I'm searching in my mind.
I think I couldn't think of any other candidates other than either Yudhishthir or Drona. Uh, I will go with Drona in this chapter. Especially once you mentioned that he made the right
Damn
choice
it.
at the right time. That was, yeah, like I still wrote
Moment.
Drona. I still wrote Drona, but my reason was different. My reason was around how he treated Drupad. I
Mm-hmm.
think Drupad didn't perceive it, I guess, but he was still kind towards his friend. Um, and he didn't do any injustice with him.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't try to humiliate him. Like, he just
Mm-hmm.
told him that these are the things you said to me. Now we are equal.
Mm-hmm.
So, but when you said that the choice which he made, calling Arjun, telling him that you have to do the right thing at the right time, when the time comes, I think it's an important lesson for all of us. That if you want to do something good, do it right now. Don't postpone it.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And I was thinking about Drona,
Mm-hmm.
and I will stick to it. So today, for a change, I will not try to find someone else to bless, but to Naman. But I will stay with you and bless and Naman Drona. And not only for the reasons that you mentioned,
Mm-hmm.
but for me, Drona's heart is still the heart of a child.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's something that we should try to preserve, that innocence, that seeing things with a color, he devoted himself to Arjun, he devoted himself to Hastinapur, he devoted himself to his friend, even in the wrong ways.
Mm.
But he gave himself completely. And even being hurt when he embraced Drupada, he truly believed in their friendship. And I think that's something that we need to regain, to rescue in our hearts, and be a little bit less mental and manipulative, but risk to love, risk
Mm-hmm.
to give.
Makes sense. By the way, I'm taking some emotional manipulation 101 classes. So if you want to attend, please reach out.
Yeah, he's much better than me.
So,
Okay, so I think we are done for today.
yeah.
And we'll be back next week with chapter 38 to Varanasi and 39, the Palace of Luck, with the sankalpa of reading it from the point of view of envy. So thank you so much. Namaste. Have a great week, and we see you next week.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Namaste.
Bye.